Hi, Giggles. Oh, thank you so much. Cheryl sent me Cashapp first. I'm going to put her number 1 on the list, and then I'll put you number 2. I guess I get the bigger one. And thank you, Cheryl, for your generosity. You're just too sweet to me. Oh, so nice. Thank you, Giggles. Now you're my top fan. Alright, tonight is Friday. Friday night, Gregory Scott's memorial. He passed away in April, but I don't know, I guess just recently I started to look for him again. Back in the spring, I couldn't find him. He did some videos, and then he dropped off, and I was just wondering, I wonder where he is. Maybe he's on vacation or something. And just recently I started looking again. That's when I discovered he had passed, and that's such a shock. And there's a little bit out there now talking about it, but really there was nothing for the community to know. But anyway, this is for Gregory. All right, Cheryl is 1. And Giggles is 2. And I thank you. Thank you. Right. Thank you. So nice. Thank you, Divine Goddess. And Divine Goddess is number 3. I feel like I need some music. It's not like I'm somber. But I do want you to see... Oh, Will was looking so cute. He was looking up at the fan. So, Will, what are you doing, Will? Now you're not looking at the fan. Now you're just vegging out. What you doing? Isn't he so handsome? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Smokey. Let's go back this way. All right, Cheryl. What are we going to talk about? All is well. All is well. Much cooler now. Thank you to my son-in-law, who's my literal guardian angel Michael on earth. Oh, and look at him now. He's all like, made another pose that's so cute. I can't help it. He's so cute. Okay. My babies are running around here somewhere. But this is their, like, their room where they have to hole up when and so, like, lately they've been able to roam the whole house. So now that they can, they don't ever want to be in this room anymore. Yes, thank you very much for posting that, Divine Goddess. It's just a recent pick a card, and it's a general message pick a card, much like what you guys like usually on on these lives, you know. So it's it kind of picks up on whatever spirit wants you to know, and whatever pile you pick will be special to that. And it's interesting because it can be, you know, you can pick multiple piles for different energies. Hey, Rainbow, where you been? How are you? Thanks for coming. Also, there's a this weekend out. We are on Friday, but there's still plenty of weekend to enjoy, so check out the this weekend reading. I hope everything's going good for everybody. We're having some, you know, pretty intense astral energies. You can pin it if you like. Yeah, I could. Yes. I don't know. Can I pin these? I can pin it with my computer. I can go get it. Can't pin it with my phone for some reason. It's okay. I don't need to pin it. It's okay. The thing that I would like to pin, though, is if anybody could do Cashapp or PayPal, that would be appreciated. But I didn't get a chance to say that before we started. Fortunately, Cheryl and Giggles paid attention to my to my advertisement, so I appreciate you, ladies. But I appreciate everybody who cares enough to give me a donation. You don't know how much it means to me, and I'm very, very grateful. So, Cheryl, we're going to use Gregory Scott's tarot. Would you like, I have an idea. You know how we used to do the daily dust? It was 3 cards, and it would represent a day. It can also represent a week. I can do 7 cards representing a week, because you like weekly readings as well. Could do something like that, or whatever you're interested in. You let me know. Also, before we begin, let's do our little protection prayer. I ask that Spirit, angels, guardians, and guides send a ray of light to the center of my head to enlighten me. And as that happens, I'll breathe in, and I'm breathing in right now. And I breathe out, and as I breathe out, I create this protective circle or dome or force field around us, around me, and the yeah, what are you guys? Sparkles of light? What do I call you? Oh yeah, sparkles of light. And then I ask that messages come only from the highest sources to bring clarity, goodness, and solutions for the sparkles of light. And Gregory Scott, if you would like to join us tonight, totally would love to have your energy here as well. As an astral entity, you know, not as a, I don't see him as a ghost. I see him totally as an angel. He was quite an just a very loving force on earth, very gentle and very intelligent and very helpful. And I see him even 100 times that in heaven or in the next plane, wherever he is. I'm drinking a little coffee to stay awake. I think I'll be fine. I'm just been working. Well, I finally got some housework done today because the house has been so hot I didn't feel like cleaning, and now I'm trying to catch up on some of the cleaning. All right. I actually am thinking, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time with my second job. I've got all these jobs now. And I made a sale with the LeaderCons too, and I'm so excited about that. And I'm going to meet with the lady, and she's going to sign the contract. So I've actually booked a client to do an event. I'm like, that's the first time I've ever done anything like that. Be a hall rental agent. I'm a rental agent, y'all. That's so crazy. Okay. And I'm a vice president. Oh yeah, your best friend. Your best friend's birthday is tomorrow. Okay. Just want to know if she has any messages for me. All right. I know your heart's missing her. Sure. Hi, Amira. Sure. Okay. I will pull a card. Or I'll pull a card for myself. Oh, that sounds so sweet. Both things sound very nice. Well, appreciate you, Amira. I'll write you down. Okay. Here we go, Cheryl. From Gigi. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my gosh, guys. This is a channel night. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, on the bottom is the Eight of Pentacles. That's hard work and doing good work. Guess what's on the top? The Knight of Pentacles, that same one. But it's in reverse. So feel like I feel like the situation is coming into control. There's this feeling like, oh my gosh, okay, this person is greedy. There's a greedy person around you. There's a greedy person around you, and they feel like they can take your money, but they think they're fooling you, but you're not being fooled. Cheryl, watch out for this person. I know you see them. And I know you see how they are, but just keep an eye on them. Keep a good eye on them. Okay. They, this is, Nikki is like the love of your life. And I think there's a lot going good with him. Mostly he wants your attention. He doesn't mind this lady because she's still, even though she's tricky, she kind of likes her job. It's not like she likes her job just for the money. To be honest, she does like her job because she cares. But she's also tricky. Maybe. Maybe it's this person, maybe it's somebody else. But there's like also this I sense that you are going to get very rich. And when you get very rich, you attract people who will want to surprise, not surprising, uh, not take your money, but make you believe that they've got the right intention. You won't be poor, and nobody actually steal in a way that you'll be poor, but you will. Um, yeah, somebody else must be. You're right, Joey. It must be somebody else. But I want you to know this is, I feel like this is kind of like a future energy. After you get a lot of money, there's somebody that's going to, oh, I know. Um it feels like a little bit anxiety about what to do with your money or something like that. But anyway, oh, maybe it has something to do with your book or the way you're putting your, let's see what else. There's a Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be making lots of money and your wishes are coming true. All your dreams and wishes coming true. And there's a really nice man in the future for you as well. and and you and Nikki are really going to be happy. And there is, and I see, I feel like Joey, can you hold your comments please until after I finish Cheryl's reading, because I'm having trouble channeling here. So Six of Cups is a nostalgia, and the Ten of Wands is a burden and a pleasure. So there's this sense of, also I'm feeling with Gigi, you're having a lot of nostalgia and memories of times together. But the Six of Cups also feels a lot like nostalgia and memories of you and Nikki together too when he was little. And how I feel like you're going to be going into a phase of where a lot of this is this resurfacing again, that your journey is resurfacing. And so it's you're like, but yeah, it's this story and it's resurfacing. I feel like you're gonna make so much money though, and it's gonna be very popular but there's some people who talk, or some people who want to, I don't know, tempt you in some way. Let me read to you what the Knight of Pentacles is in this deck. It's very weird. It's like when you're rich, when you have a lot of money, you know how sometimes money makes people a little scared because they're worried that money may change them, or they're worried that money may change other people's perceptions of them. But this is kind of like some kind of temptation. Everything is in motion, as in a continual exchange. However, what drives us should be our own volition, not obsession or greed. Things have meaning and not just value. And I don't feel like this is your energy, and you're right, I don't believe it's aid, but I do believe that it is related to your sales somehow. Whatever either the book situation or your jewelry, but I don't think it's jewelry. I don't know, I just feel, and it doesn't feel like a current energy. It just feels like something you have to look out for in the future. Be aware of some kind of temptation coming through. Okay. Ooh, look at that. And you're also going to be famous. Very well known, recognized, high, yeah, I'm hearing reputation, high honors. Yeah, very well recognized. It is tricky though. Think about it, Cheryl, because you already have to balance the energy that you have with being an empath, and um, uh, and mixing with people, and then making sure you balance that with time alone. And the more you are in the public eye, and the more, so I feel like this is sort of like prepare yourself for fame. Prepare yourself for fame, kind of. It's gonna be big, and there's a lot of things you have to get used to, and things that you'll have to that will be a little bit different for you as the more well known you get, and the more money you make, and it's coming through. It's coming through very soon. Okay. All right, let's see. I feel like that's a good ending for the tarot. I'm gonna, I can let me look at the Kipper and compare. Oh, you do? What does Kipper have to say about it all? Unexpected income. But I don't think it's unexpected, so that's why I didn't want to flip out, but it's saying, it's flipping out because, oh, and that's just what you just talked about. As soon as you get it, somebody's going to be asking for it. Can I please borrow some of your unexpected income? Yes, Miss Main Female. Oh, and a wealthy man. I think you're going to be rich, and also you're going to find a rich guy as well. who has high honors, and you have high honors. It's all matching very nicely. Recognition, high honor. Tell us about this Knight of Pentacles. Uh-huh. The poverty guy. A poor person who's got thoughts on you. Somebody who might already know you or not. That doesn't necessarily. You know, this could be like social media, or like somebody sees you and they're like, "Oh, I'm so poor. Maybe they can help me," or they're lack mentality and they want to they're crafting something. I've never read the thoughts card as that way. I've always seen it as very romantic, but it could be like, she seems nice and rich. It makes me feel like, in Annie, the musical Annie, um, Rooster. He's kind of got giving me Rooster vibes, Rooster, the one that talks to Carol Burnett. Oh, yeah. I'm getting goosebumps. Um, yeah, so Rooster vibes. Okay. All right, so let's see what the oracle might have to say. Yeah, Tim Curry and Carol Burnett. They were Miss Hannigan and Rooster. Anyway. We love you, Miss Hannigan. Right? Facebook. It could represent taxes. Could be. Could be taxes. Okay. Let's see what the oracle wants to say. Breathe. All right, message coming in. Your message is breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Ooh, I sang that song I remember that song came out when I was pregnant with Sierra, and I used to sing that all the time. Just to remind myself to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. So this is patience, waiting, going slowly, your wellness, meditation, and trust. Patient in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. And relationships, don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there's no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. And your prosperity messages, you have worked long and hard, your dreams are coming to fruition, and you want to hurry things along. I don't see that about you, but maybe you're curious to see what's next. You are the slow one, moving languidly, yet still progressing right now, in a rhythm dictated by your authentic nature, the essence of your dream, and the will of the universe. Slow and steady wins the race. You will indeed win if you relax. Stay the course, trust your intuition, and breathe. And your protection message is about inertia and laziness and apathy, but those are not you, because this is not about that kind of energy. It's, but if you feel stuck at all, shake it off, take a walk. Yeah, nature will help cure you in that energy. If you feel a little stuck, or if things start to feel a little too slow, but there is like a magical vibe coming through. And anytime you're in your head too much, getting physical and getting into your body and breathing deeply will help with that, with your overthinking or getting in your head too much. Yeah. Very nice. Beautiful. You're welcome so much. And I will definitely tomorrow get to your other reading, of course. I I had a few that I had to do today. And I didn't have time to get to yours, but I will do that immediately tomorrow. I thank you very much for all your kindness and generosity. I love these cards. Give me some of that. I want recognition and a fluffy man. Don't want that, but that won't be okay. I think Sammy's talking to his dad. Alright, you guys. You have to look again. Is my guy finished smoking? Oh, he's still smoking. Still working on it. I'm like, he's so photogenic. Giggles, where are you? Okay. Well, we'll scoop over Giggles for now and go to you, Divine Goddess. Spirit messages. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna use. Gregory Tarot to see what kind of messages coming in for you. I appreciated the yoga man in yesterday's class. I made him smile. Nice. Did you compliment him or something? Or you gave him some appreciation? I am traveling now until the 28th. Oh, join his class next month. I think he's missing me. Yeah, I bet he is. All right, let's see. Oh, this card came out today, and I totally thought of you, and the yoga class. So, yeah, seven of cups sometimes talk about fantasy and illusions and things like this, but I think this is different. This is kind of a lecture, a speech. When did this came out? Oh, this came out in the reading, one of the piles, one of the pick a card piles. So I don't know which one you chose if you looked at it, but this came out in one of the piles, and I was really feeling your presence there, Divine Goddess, in that particular pile. so so yeah, so there is like this mutual respect and admiration. There's like a student teacher energy, and it flips back and forth. You know, sometimes you're the student, sometimes you're the teacher, and back and forth like that. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. You got 10 of Pentacles. This is a portrait, you know, family portrait. This is like talks about your legacy, how what you're going to live on past. It's almost like looking at a photo album of you and Yoga Man and your kids and your dogs, and like your granddaughter looking through and seeing how y'all were such a happy family or something like that. So it's like a future person looking into current or like almost, future, near future reality. I don't know, like getting like a very quantum energy from this Ten of Pentacles, like, like layered, like visually layered. And it also feels a little bit like you've known him before, and also a little bit like soul groups reincarnating together. So like I feel you and he, but maybe you'll find more of your soul family together. Oh, okay. Thanks, Giggles. I'll do you right after Divine Goddess then. And then we have Nine of Wands. This is a very joyful Nine of Wands. I want to see what this interpretation is. So Nine of Wands is usually kind of like catching that second wind, but in this deck, Nine of Wands represents victory. Victory, overcoming challenges and rivals. Victory is the reward not just in a single moment, but of the whole journey. It's the feeling and the prize at the same time, changing both the inner and the outer world. So feeling like you did achieve a goal of some kind. Okay. And it's again, it's kind of quantum. It's kind of like you're reflecting, but you're seeing into the future at the same time. Oh, remember when I'm already haven't even gotten there yet. Like that. It's kind of like that. All right, let's see what else. Nice. Seven of Wands. You and your climbing your mountains and stuff. It also feels like, yeah, it feels like your travels and the successes that you will encounter on your journey.
Hello, hello, can I help you, mister?
Also, look, you have the emperor, and this is a special emperor that has a map of the world. So he has kingdoms, he's traveled, he's well versed in the world. This is like you either following this person or you are this person, in your travels. Well, you definitely are an empress and you are an emperor in ways as well. Like you're your own emperor. One half of you is, the masculine is the entrepreneur, and the one that I feel like this person though is like oversees things. So you may have responsibilities like that, or it could represent somebody who's oversees things, or it could represent your divine masculine, which could be your yoga man, and that how y'all are going to form together and blend together. But you definitely look accomplished and abundant and mastering your goals here. The Seven of Swords represents achievement. A cliff worth to climb cannot be small and comfortable, but every road is like any other. No matter how steep, it will be conquered one step at a time until suddenly you will find yourself at the top of the mountain. So this is like you being at the top of the mountain and then you having victory, or both, or in any order you decide. Sometimes you have to take a breath halfway through and then you keep going. Yes, very nice. Okay. Let's get an oracle message. Oh, he has a tattoo of a compass? Nice. That's really cool. I like that. Look at that. Observer. This is you, like all around the world, observing and exploring and enjoying the sights, the things you see. So this is perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, the people, the culture, the environment you're engaged with now. You'll be happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek, and you will indeed find. Oh, that is perfect for you. That is perfect. And then the relationship message is saying sometimes you just can't see the forest through the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of unresolved past experiences dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. So, of course, doing this means that you will be separated from him, but I feel like it's a positive separation that you need, because when you get back together again and see him again in yoga, you'll both have missed each other so much that it'll be a joyful feeling instead of and actually you're leaving in just the right moment where a lot of communication could be misconstrued with the solar eclipse and stuff. So I feel like yeah, I feel like this is a good separation period instead of anything that's sad. I think he'll miss you while you're away. You want to find out? Let's see if this deck will say. Will he miss? I know the card. It's in here. Let's see if it comes out. The separation card. Let's see. Separation. Will he feel sad when you're away? He'll forgive you for being gone. Will he feel sad when you're away? Freedom. Freedom is, I think, is essential to your connection. You'll still you'll still be flirting and teasing, I guess. I don't know how you do that from a distance, but I think you'll still be flirting and teasing. There might be some ways that you'll do little messages to each other, distant messages. Or it could be subconscious messages. Or it could feel like, you'll it'll feel sort of like kind of like a little bit of a void feeling, but look at this for the signs and the clues. There, see? Time apart, a time of separation. But I don't think you'll be the one missing him as much as him missing you. I think you'll have plenty to keep your attention. All right, so let's see what your charms have to say. He observes you a lot. Nice. Okay, let's see what we have. We have thorough. Ooh, look at that. Art, painting. Maybe you take a little something to paint. Well, or that can also represent photography, but maybe painting what you see or drawing little pictures. Well, you got Joan of Arc here, which is my patron saint, and she's telling you to be brave and take risks here. Saint Joan of Arc give me the courage and the fortitude to defeat my fears and give me the strength to fight for what I believe in. Very nice. And then we have the snake. This is the ripple up your spine, the Kundalini release. And we have, Saint Joseph, the patron saint of daddies. And the missing piece, which is of the puzzle. And we have the little The tattoo guy. The guy with the tattoo. That's what that is. The person that has skin issues or something on their skin. So tattoos is one of the things. That's good. I know you're chill with your emotions because you're an air sign. Chill with the emotions. I'm chill with my emotions too, but I'm not an air sign. But I have air rising. I'm Virgo moon though, so I'm probably my mood and the way I behave is more like a Virgo, I guess. Virgo in the 12th house, which is like a confused, lost little neat freak. You're welcome, honey. Alrighty. Now we get giggles. Giggles. I'm nicer. Or are you nicer? We're both nice. They are wise, yes. A lot of my favorite psychic tarot readers on YouTube are Virgos. Well, Gregory Scott is a Virgo or was a Virgo. God bless Gregory. He was a Virgo. They're here to show path to others. They're like the light. Yeah. Alright, Giggles, what's the question tonight? Maybe I'll take a little break. I need to stand up and I'll go get some more coffee. Ouch. Okay. Here we go. Reading on Rolando. Please, so sorry about earlier. My mom got me distracted. Reading on Rolando. I posted a lot today on my IG, and you saw every story that I talked about at work and the kids. It was about 10 of them. I'm like, wow, did I really entertain him that much? What is holding him back so much? Please tell me. Okay. Let's see what is the holdup. I think I'm gonna give Mr. Smokey another cigarette. There you go, Bonnie. Yes, it. I think it's purple. It's purple on my camera. Please tell me, how is he feeling about that? Or was it just to check out my vibe or no? Alright. How's he feeling about okay. Let's one step at a time here. Okay. What's taking him so long? Let's see. What's the holdup? What's the holdup? What's the holdup? And then we'll check on how he feels currently. Oh, that was fast. That was a sneak attack. Those are 2 leftover cards from Divine Goddess's reading. But similar, you know, it's like victory, long-term goals, or marriage and legacy with you. And that always seems to come out with Rolando. But let's find out what's holding it up, you know. What is holding up this long-term goal? What is holding up the victory? All right. The 5 of Swords. Ooh, this is so interesting. Let's see what this is about. Okay. 5 of Swords is about winners and losers. 5 of Swords is cheating and shortcuts and trying to get something without earning it. And, oh, you must earn it. That's what the holdup is. You must dance for me, young lady. Continue to entertain me until I find you are yet worthy of my presence in your life. I don't know. He sounds kind of like a Dom arrogance to me a little bit from this card, but maybe that's not it. Let's see what the sword says. Okay, so yes, I was right. Look, it's submission, submissive. He wants you to be his sub. He wants to be in control. It's what I keep telling you. You're not controlling him. He controls you. Well, he's not controlling you yet. He's controlling the situation. But what he really wants from you is your submission. He wants you to say, yes, master. What do you want me to do? I will do what you want me to do. And right now, you're doing what he wants you to do. You're entertaining him with your submissions of interesting posts and anecdotes and such. You know, this entertains me. Yes, continue, my dear. You're entertaining. And the thing about DOMs is when it comes to physical touch, they will delay it for a long time, even if it hurts them to delay it. They will deal with the pain of delay of delaying it just to prove their dominance in the situation. So, um, yeah, I mean, we, men and women, definitely have a lot of control issues, right? Like trying to control things. Women, generally speaking, can be more submissive, but then there's a thing that we often do, um, is like it's like manipulating through our sweetness, or through our, you know, so it's really not submissiveness at all if we're trying to still steer the direction of things. I'm not trying to I'm just not I'm not trying to say that you're doing anything wrong, but I think you're not you're not even maybe not realize what Rolando's actually thinking. Yeah, he's kind of He's kind of like, he's very sexy. He's very 50 Shades here. If you want to know how to be with Rolando, think about what Anna does. But Anna's trying to control him, and that the problem with that relationship is that she's trying to control him. There's a term, and it's called it's something having to do with trying to be a dom when you're a sub, like I forgot what it's called, but anyway, it's like underneath. It's like submissive, but like finding a way to take control from your submissive position, which is like that defeats the point. You know what? The thing I like about the whole sub dom relationship, not the whips and chains, but the really in getting in touch with your feminine side. So ultra feminine, you're not like, you don't have, you're not balanced. You're not balancing the masculine and the feminine within you anymore. No, you are really going to the feminine and not even thinking about the masculine side of you, very like being ultra feminine and really tapping into your femininity 100%. And when the masculine taps into his dominance, he taps into his masculinity 100%, then like y'all are ultra magnets, because he's all man and you're all woman, and that is an ultra magnet. Now, also, the other way you magnetize is if he is both a combination of masculine and feminine, and you're both whole in your masculinity and femininity, and it's a balance, and he's balanced, then that also works. But this is another way of feeling like you're connecting your pieces together by you being your ultra feminine and him being his ultra masculine. It's very sexy. It's very sexy, yes. Giggles, I don't know what it is with you, but I'm gonna have to do another sexy reading for you. All like a 50 Shades reading for you, because it just seems like there's more to the story. But anyway, let me read this a little bit. Submissive. Submission. Anxiety brings us to see the world as a place of winners and losers. Yep. When we are among the first, the winners, we forget how we feel when we lose. And then when we lose, we forget that we still have the right to raise our chin. Interesting. And it's much of very much of a control, a play in control. What is this? A control. What's the term? Struggle. A struggle and control. I don't know if it's a struggle, but anyway, there's this kind of feeling of trying to, yes, gain control. It's very weird. Okay. interesting, though. Very interesting. Let's see what else. Ooh, Eight of Swords. He's also afraid to get hurt. He's Christian Grey, basically. He's afraid to get hurt. If he opens his heart, he will be hurt. The best way he can deal with you is if he is in control and not and doesn't become vulnerable. And because he doesn't want to get hurt. Like, he doesn't want you to hurt his heart. He really, deep down inside, he's just a little page of pentacles trying to steal a loaf of bread to survive. I don't think he really sees himself as this big winner guy, but that's what he's trying to project to you. Like, he's a very vulnerable, scared person. Very sensitive and scared about his heart and being hurt. But there is a silver lining. Look, there's hope here. A lot of hope. The star turns everything around. Look how these colors are so muted and gray, and look how intense and bright that is. I feel like you have a lot of potential and a lot of hope. If you just give it a lot of, you have to just stick with it. That's all you have to do. He has to learn to trust you, and the only way he can is if you just keep being trustworthy. If you keep being there for him and just keep loving him and appreciating him and being faithful and showing him that your good intentions. The star is about trust in a better future. The star's transformation. It's the alchemical shedding of fears and chains to become a new bright self. It's the rising our gaze to the horizon to imagine the future and to find a way to it. See? I think the outcome is still always there, ready for you. And this time I'm going to give you a different sexy deck. None of my lives can be monetized when I get sexy with you, giggles, but that's okay. Thank God y'all are so generous with your donations. But this is kind of my 50 Shades of Grey deck here. The Erotic Enchantments. You can find this at what's the other site called? Not Make Playing Cards, but the other one. The one in California. Studios. Okay. So hopefully your mom's not walking around when this comes out for you. Oh, this is a good clothed one. Everybody's got their clothes on in this one. Magnetism, like a moth to a flame. Beautiful. Very nice. See, here's some of the other potential ones. Lots of sexy ones. And I thought the submissive one was going to come out for you. See, submissive heart. I feel like that's kind of what he craves from you, a submissive heart. I started to write the definitions, like meanings behind all of these cards. I think I still will eventually. Anyway. And so let's see what his feelings are right now. How did he feel about all that stuff that you posted and everything? How did he feel about you and about everything? Emboldened. Working up the courage. See, every little thing you do is magic. Every little thing just turns him on. Even though his life before was tragic, now his love for you goes on. And I feel like everything that you do every day is another step for him being to getting stronger and braver and not as scared. He's excited. He's horny. Feeling a thrill like tooting my own horn. It's music to my ears. So the things that you post get him horny, get him excited. Oh, and also nostalgic. Like, we've been friends for a while now, haven't we? Feel like I've known you also in a different life, you know. Maybe we've met before. Just have lots of fond memories of now and of another lifetime we shared. Sometimes he gets a little overwhelmed, like, okay. Like, he wants to reach out to you. He gets so excited. He's just about ready to reach out, and then, it's like anxiety or something comes over him, feeling like insurmountable obstacles in my way. Wonder what these monsters are, these obstacles that are in his way. But it's like this fear, you know, it's like, oh, I can't. I'm a poor boy. I can't. What's a submissive heart? Yeah, I made that one. All right. I wrote it down somewhere. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can find my definition of submissive heart in one of my books. So, well, I'll try to remember it in a nutshell. But a submissive heart is like, is completely surrendering and without any expectation for any particular outcome. It is opening yourself to the most wonderful joy and pleasure, but also the possibility of great pain as well, and still not closing your heart, but keeping it open despite knowing you could get hurt really badly. So that's the risk in having a submissive heart. But a gentle dom will take that into consideration, and they won't intentionally hurt your heart. That's why in that kind of play, you know, in that role play, that's why there's only physical pain and not emotional pain, and that's why there's agreements and contracts and mutual, because you know there's so much vulnerability involved in a relationship like that, so much. But the thing is, it's purely a physical connection, and women generally get attached very easily emotionally, and so it doesn't always work for us to do that because we emotionally get attached, and guys do too. And that's why movies like 50 Shades are kind of the exception. That can happen, you know, where it starts off to just being a sexy role play thing that turns into an emotional attachment. That does happen. But anyway, but a submissive heart is like being completely vulnerable and opening up and completely letting go. When you can do that, it's kind of like when your muscles relax and they're not tight anymore, and when they're completely relaxed, that's when, you know, you feel really great pleasure. It's like euphoric. So That's what I was thinking. Does he think I'm well off? And that's why he's intimidated. Could be too. That could be part of it. Yes. Let's see. Let's get another one here. Yeah, he's a little confused about what to do in this situation. Feeling a little uncertain about what to do next gave me a sign. Basically, the signs that you give him, all the posts and things like that, those are his roadmap. That's his roadmap. Those are his signs. That helps him, but because he has a lot of certainty what to do. Is until right now he's in a power position because you want him to make a move, so he's in the power position. But once he makes the move, then he's in a vulnerable position, and then you switch places, and then you could hurt him. Like if you asked him out, and he asked you out and you said no, that would hurt. Or if he asked you out and you got in your ego and you told your girlfriends, and it got all like it became a little gossip session or something, and oh, guess what, we're gonna go out, oh great, and then or his daughter like talked to his friends, and it just turned into like a gossip thing, and everybody found out because after all, whenever your family is close like that, it becomes, everybody's business becomes everybody else's business kind of thing. So that might be something that bothers him, that worries him. He don't want that to happen. So, and definitely wants you to trust him fully. Exactly. That is the hugest thing between the most beautiful sub dom relationship is complete 100% trust. When you can achieve 100% trust, then you have a really good relationship. I feel like that kind of relationship is good in any situation, but it's definitely necessary when you do have that kind of role play kind of situation, which is makes both parties very vulnerable, but mostly the submissive is vulnerable. It's kind of out there, isn't it? But we're peering like a little bit deeper into his soul, into what's going on with him. I think, the divine masculine out there, they're really, really on a journey of like discovering what it means to be masculine. And then because of that, at the same time, there's been a very big surge in toxic masculinity out there too. And it's like the anti-masculine, or not anti, I shouldn't say. It's masculine, but with a darkness to it, and which is very different than this kind of ma- dominant. Dom doesn't necessarily mean mean or cruel. Dom is just like really tapping into a good dom. It's kind of like the same thing as saying a witch is bad. There's a lot of bad witches out there for sure, and there's a lot of sadistic doms out there as well. There's but the role is not meant for that. It's not meant for cruelty. It's meant for something deeper and wiser. I don't even know why it came up, where this subject matter came up. It's very weird too. Haven't talked about it in a very long time. So how can you give him more signs? Well, just by asking that, it's a little bit manipulative or controlling. But he is asking for a sign, obviously. I feel like don't do anything that's unnatural. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. You stop messaging because he's observing and reading your messages. And that might be the right path. It's like if you're like constantly thinking what's the next thing that I need to do to get his attention or to impress him or whatever, or to get him to respond, then it's like you're still trying to control the outcomes, right? You're still trying to, so maybe release the outcome, release it. Just just do something that would be natural for you and not something that's premeditated, you know? Like don't think ahead of time what you're going to post. Just let things flow from you like a natural kind of energy. What would you say? What would you do in this moment while you're talking with friends or while you're observing things? What would you say? What would you do? But don't always do it with the intention to find out what he's thinking. You know what? You know what I mean? Even though that's the point, right? You're trying to find out what he's thinking or find out what he like if he'll turn around and try to do, give you some attention or ask you out or something simple. Like I don't know why men can't just be simple, but some just can't seem to be. I think two things. He doesn't want to be vulnerable and he doesn't want anybody to weigh in on his relationship. He wants to be in control of how it all happens. And he may try to see if the two of you can have a secret relationship because it's being like playing out your relationship in front of family and his kid and all of that, I think bothers him right now a little bit. I think that's what overwhelms him a little bit. And yet, when you're around, it does feel natural and it doesn't feel weird. It feels comfortable. And everybody seems comfortable with it and nobody's making a big deal out of it. But I think he's worried about this like, big deal energy. I know you mentioned he wants to be in control. Maybe that's why the dominance thing came out. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why. Well, Dom is a type of masculine that's like controlled to the whole one side. Like extreme to the extreme. And it's not necessarily macho, but maybe a little bit. That's where the word macho comes from. But macho is a bit of a toxic masculinity. Yeah, be yourself, exactly. Yeah, and praying is a great idea. Just relax and say to God, say this or something better for me and the good of all concerned. Sometimes things take a while because God's making sure that everybody's going to be okay in whatever you guys co-create together through your manifesting. Okay? So have patience. Yeah, good. Don't pressure it. Very good. Exactly. The pressure, that will push him away. Yeah. Okay. Messages for the month of November. Sure. November. Okay. You're welcome, Giggles. I hope that helps. If not, we can dive more into it next time or any time during the week that if you want a private reading. Oh, thank you, Rainbow. He was in the front corridor and I moved him over here. Okay, messages for November. Let me see that's. I'm gonna get one energy, the main energy for November for you. Ooh, blossoming abundance. Very nice. This one's the best one you could get of the whole deck, I think. It's like cornucopia time. But it's not. There's also a cornucopia. Blossoming abundance is increasing wealth and value. This card shows a beautiful golden garden in the springtime with coins and new flowers blossoming all around. But it could be like fall and the fall leaves falling all around. uh, they even hang like fruit on the tree above. Upright, this card is about new increase in wealth and maybe even a dramatic and unexpected way. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see blooming results take hold. This card indicates that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. I love it. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. Gregory Scott Tarot. Look, you also, what is going on? The Ten of Pentacles wants to come out for everybody. But yes, you also have like this whole family kind of thing. This is also the feeling of quantum, like your grandchildren looking in a picture of you in the near future with your family and the kids and the dog and everything. So it's like a guarantee. It's like it is your divine birthright kind of energy. And the star is hopeful. And yeah, I read about the star and the Ten of Pentacles. I didn't read about the Ten of Pentacles, but I like this version of Ten of Pentacles. This is kind of fun. It's a moment in time. That's why I'm feeling very quantum. A photograph or a portrait tries to fix forever a single moment of time, but even in photography, time is never just the present. Every moment contains the echoes of the past and glimpses of the future. See, it's I'm getting goosebumps. It's very quantum. It's like seeing everything all at once, all your timelines happening at right now in this moment. All right, let's see. So in November, there's going to be something like this that kind of clues you in, or it's like seeing the future, past, present, and future all at once. Ooh, I saw a fairy right there. Look, this is like blossoming abundance. The Queen of Pentacles, the cornucopia lady. Might as well pull out the the cornucopia for you too. The cornucopia is just kind of like, it's very similar to blossoming abundance, but it's like talking about all areas of your life, not just your money, and and the blossoming abundance is mostly about like money and growth and growing things. And so see, this is like cornucopia time. But also, cornucopia is such a beautiful message for November because it's Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving and family and abundance and photographs and capturing moments in time and remembering moments in time and creating memories and memories that are past, present, and future all at once. And then we have the Six of Cups, nostalgia. And so the Six of Cups is talking with feelings. True communication, especially with loved ones, is more than just words. It's also the actions and the feelings. So it's like all of that coming together in these moments. A lot of, like, I see November as a lot of precious moments. Beautiful moments. Oh yeah, and this guy keeps coming out too. And like, speaking of like fruit hanging down, he's got a bunch of fruit hanging down. So y'all are making some big money. Like, I'm seeing money for a lot of my sparkles of light coming through. Cheryl's gonna be rich and famous. Rainbow, you're gonna be very rich too, or more than you are already. But like, yeah, blossoming abundance. Look at what he's done. Like, look at what he did for the family and all the abundance he manifested for everybody. Let's see what the Nine of Pentacles says. Okay, this is the peace of abundance. So it's not even any stress. It's like you're going to get money and you're not going to worry about how to invest or how to take care of it or how to keep it from people from stealing it. There's peace in it. There's good. It's not a scary thing at all. In moments of abundance, there is safety, there is calmness, and there is peace. And this, in turn, can create opportunity for more other great things. So nice. There's no stress about having the money in this case. I do love money too. I'll take some my way, please. Thank you. No, but I do appreciate your donations. Thank you. It's such a pleasant feeling to do work and get paid for it. And or, and I feel like donation is not getting paid. Donation's like getting an appreciation for it, I feel appreciated by you guys, which is nice. Anything else? All these cards are so golden, right? It's like you're gonna have a golden year. You're gonna have a golden November. Oh, okay. And the Ace of Swords. A little bit of study and knowledge, maybe learning something new, maybe reading good books, training, and things like that. Thank you, Rainbow. That's sweet of you. So let's get an oracle, another oracle. Let's get the wisdom of the oracle. Oh, nice. To the sea. This could be like some traveling maybe in November, but if not traveling, then I feel like kind of like, and then it's interesting we got the sea. I was just focusing on her a little bit, thinking how pretty, and that's kind of does make me think of you, Rainbow, because you're a Pisces. So it could be something having to do with water, emotions, the sea, and Pisces. Let's see what it says. To the sea. This is about you being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, and natural patterns of events. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage they engage you in a way that's fluid and effortless? This card is reminding you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do in November. Ride the wave of opportunity and all the conditions are actually going to be extremely favorable for abundance. And allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. Your love life is going to be so nice too. And it's not about like either one of you telling the other one where you're going to go. It's kind of like both of you letting go and just kind of letting go, letting God, kind of like that. But you also have a lot of combined goals and desires, and so you're going to trust each other depending on the point. But I feel like you guys always do that. Sometimes husband's like, okay, we'll do it your way, and sometimes you're like, that's you usually follow him when he, especially when it's money matters. But I think you're gonna flow nicely in November and be aware of each other's strengths and different categories. And you're both gonna be more relaxed and see where the journey leads. And in prosperity, everything is working out. Everything, a sea of opportunities wash over you and wake up a very prosperous potential. And you may have to think about, like, what does having so much money mean to us, um, the good news is you're going to find peace about it. You're not going to be stressed about having so much money. And because you have peace about having so much money, then you'll have more opportunities. So your core beliefs are going to be very stable and steady when it comes to money matters. And yeah, I feel like a really nice balance and charitable energy, possibly too. And be grateful to serve. I think you're already a servant in a way, right? And because you do it in a gracious, grateful way, I feel like this is part of your reward. And so you can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So it's like everything's just flowing to you. You've never had a reading this amazing before, I don't think. It's great. Very sweet. It's very easy flowing, happy, no stress. You can always find the stress if you look for it, but if you go with the flow, if you try, as long as you don't try to swim upstream or push up against things, then it's going to feel really nice. There is another retrograde, I think in October. Oh God. Please no. uh, so, you know, certain astrological events and energies really creates the opportunity for us not to try to be so rigid with our plans, to be a little bit looser and a little bit more like an actor, improvise on the spot, flexibility. Improv is so hard. I find it hard. Improvising, just on the spot, coming up with something funny or romantic or pretty or whatever. But I do a lot of improvising right here. That's what it feels like, when you get channeled messages, it feels kind of like improvising. It feels a little like that feeling, like, I don't know what to say. Oh, suddenly I know what to say. Yeah, suddenly I know what to say. That's what it feels like when the spirit comes through you. It's not like BSing, like people know how to BS and people know how to improvise. But the channeled energy feels more like I don't know what to say. Oh, I know what to say at the same time. So, Rainbow says, something's making you nervous, taking so much money out from his savings and investing in the stock market. I really do hope he gets everything he wants. It feels like it. Don't be nervous, Rainbow. Your nervous energy could create a bad ripple. It's not your fault. No, I'm not going to say that. No. But look at this amazing November energy. It's crazy abundant. It's rich beyond rich. So I think you definitely can achieve that. I know how right now you feel very scared about it. I need to get one card on like current energy. Or 3 cards. Okay. We're gonna look into right now, your husband's investing energy. What does Spirit want to tell us about the way he's doing things right now with money? Okay, great. I like that. I welcome the abundance with open arms. And now I come. And so the abundance is singing back to you. So now I come to you with open arms. Now that your arms are open, your abundance is like, yay! Her arms are open. Here you go. You want some grapes of money. You want a cascade of money and abundance and goods and never-ending food and happiness. Here it comes. All right. Tell us right now, Rainbow's husband's energy with the stock market. Luck. Oh, crafty. It's just his intelligence. And the moon. All right. So the clover, four-leaf clover, is luck, a quick energy, optimistic, easygoing, carefree, success, serendipity, opportunity, bargain, lottery, game, humor. Like lottery, good luck mixed with the fox is definitely an investment that will get you an abundance. This is clever, crafty, sly, cunning, quick-witted, resourceful, shrewd. It the fox is super good in this position in your husband's brain, you know, like in his ability to know when, like a gambler, you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. He is that. He's very good at that. So have faith in him and his abilities. So the moon, what does the moon mean? The outcome here, kind of. This is creativity. He has a system, a way of knowing of how. This is honor and recognition and fame and emotions and growing romance. I think it's gonna make you really horny too. That when he does so good, you're gonna be like, oh baby, thank you for making me money. I don't know too. It's really nice though. I feel very positive. Like whatever he's doing right now is a good thing. So have faith in him. You have to, your only challenge in life ever is your faith. If you can really get into a faith consciousness, then you will be so swimming in abundance all the time and get everything you want. Yep. Very nice, very nice. Very, very powerfully abundant reading. I've never felt anything this amazing before. I haven't. I feel like there was one reading a while back. It was on, I think it was on Star Wars Day. There was one really cool abundant reading that came out. But I haven't felt anything like that since since. You're welcome. It's great that you start off with luck and end up with recognition. I think you're in the right track. Yep. And I'm not just trying to blow smoke. I mean, this really came out. Not that I ever am. I usually try to stay positive, but I'm not like purposely making stuff up ever. Very nice. Amira, did you want anything or were you just being sweet? Oh, you said pull a card for me. Or did you want me to pull a card for you? Oh, nice. A card for myself. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going to do a quick, like a 3-card tarot since we're doing a Gregory Scott reading. I'm going to do like tomorrow. On tomorrow. What tomorrow will be like for me? 3 cards. Okay. Get a little... And I'll take a look at my smoking guy. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, you're so kind. Oh, that's like a good birthday present. Okay. Oh my gosh. The cards just went everywhere. My joy and appreciation just flew all around. Okay. Oh, Four of Wands. Oh no, Four of Swords. But that's so funny, Four of Swords. Okay. Let's. Four of Swords is supposed to be meditation, but this doesn't look like meditation. This looks scary. Okay, I'm gonna pick one card now. Oh, I like this one, Strength. Okay, here's a bunch more. Okay, we're gonna take all of these. Strength, that looks nice. Here's some abundance for me too. You guys are already being very abundant. There's Mr. Abundance and some more cups. She looks abundant too, but she also looks a little like, oh, well, time to say goodbye. Okay. Hi, astrologian Julia Matzinger. 3 tarot cards via PayPal. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Then real fast, I'm going to read mine. What's Four Swords? Why is the Four Swords so creepy looking? This reminds me of Sammy watching Blade today. And I just don't feel like watching vampires and blades and blood and slicing sounds and squishy blood sounds. So Four of Swords. The Pit and the Pendulum. There was actually a song that I sang that's from, I think, an album called The Pit and the Pendulum. Anyway, I'm not going to count this one. All right. The Four of Wands is the 1111 Twin Flame card. And that's happiness. There is a moment for creating something to last and one to just enjoy the moment. Not everything we create needs to be eternal. It can be as precious and as fleeting as a kiss. I'll take that. Okay. Because I appreciate a moment, and even if it doesn't last forever, there's joy in a moment, and I thank God for that precious moment. Yes. Okay. All right, astrologian Julia. Oh, and Rainbow says, I think I got the Four of Swords because I have some family problems with my sister. Oh, wow. Maybe that was yours. You're welcome, Rainbow. Oh, yeah, and I never did take your name off, so maybe there was a little residual. All right, now we're going to do astrologian Julia. Yeah, generally it means rest, but in this deck, in Gregory Scott's deck, it had a little bit different message. Okay. Three cards. Okay. Nice. The Lovers. What else? King of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So in this case, sometimes the lovers can represent choices, but this definitely looks just like a harmonious, blissful connection, holding hands, kind of. It's a unity, and it feels almost this time. It feels a little bit innocent, a little bit new, but also a little bit sweet, just kind of like a sweet energy. This is a love is in the air. Love is something shared. Love can even be considered selfish, but it's also great, and it's invisible, and it's a miracle, and it's plain. It's it's called lots of things. It's sometimes an action, and sometimes it's a thing. So there's ways to create love and be in love and feel love, and that's all of that kind of stuff is coming out, but it definitely does also feel partnership-ish too. And it could be with this handsome King of Pentacles who is rich. He's like the King of Kings. This guy has it all. He's got the money, the looks, and the intelligence of the swords, the passion of the wands, the emotional balance of the cups, and also the riches. So he represents opulence, material maturity. He's kind of a lot like the emperor. He takes care of everybody. He's the stable person. The King of Pentacles also can represent somebody committed, and somebody just generally well off, and the Midas touch, somebody who can always turn things into gold with whatever they do, however they approach something. The Two of Wands is like the world is your oyster, it's like the world is in your hands. Anything that you want, you can manifest. Anything you can envision, you can make real. You can feel that world in your hand and in your hands, and you can accomplish anything and conquer anything. And it's like also the barefoot energy just gives me like an earthing too. Like earthing is important, like really feeling into the earth. And so like definitely a strong material earth energy with intelligence, and the like a Gemini mental intelligence, and but an earthy material approach to it. The Two of Wands is kind of like your plan for the future and how you're going to embrace the next steps in your life. Okay, so Astrologian says, thank you, that be me, husband and or Gregory. I drew these Two of Wands at special time too, thanks. Aw, that's nice. Oh, that could be Gregory. Yeah, because he's a Virgo, or he was a Virgo, King of Pentacles. And now, like, he's, like, you can picture him just even more glorious than ever before now that he's in the angelic realms, So, yeah, thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you. I might try to do, if I didn't take up on this other second job, I might try to do the daily dust like I did before, which was my way of doing readings, daily readings like Gregory used to do with the 3 cards. He was so good too. Like I like the way he educated us too about the meanings and the numerology too, and I liked I didn't get into the numerology when I did my 3 cards, but I definitely try to talk about the messages and meanings of the different tarot cards. All right, well, that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody who came out, and I appreciate you. I'll be back again on Tuesday night. If you need anything, you can email me and set up a reading if you like, or anything else. Also, I post on Instagram just random things, mostly what I'm doing behind the scenes or in my private life, and but a lot of I'll post like different shorts and things like that too. But most of everything that I post is on YouTube, so check it out, and I'll see y'all around. Faith, Justin, Pixie Dust. Thank you, Amira.